Hi students, today's topic Unit 4 Multiple Integrals. The concept is evaluation of double integrals in polar coordinates and change of variables in double integrals. Contents, objective and outcome, evaluation of double integrals in polar coordinates, change of variables in double integrals, working rule, and applications. Objective and outcome. The objective is change of variables in double integrals. Outcome will be students get to understand the concept of evaluating the double integrals when changing the variables. Evaluation of double integrals in polar coordinates. Suppose the region bounded by the curves may be given as r1 is phi of theta and r2 is psi of theta. And the radii vectors will be theta 1 is alpha, theta 2 is beta. Then we have double integral over r f of r theta dr d theta. So it is the double integral. It can be easily evaluated while integrating first with respect to r. While integrating with respect to r, we have to keep theta terms as constant and then with respect to theta. If we proceed like this, we will get the result as constant. So here we have to apply first with respect to r. While integrating with respect to r, we have to keep theta as constant and then we have to apply the integration with respect to theta. The geometrical representation like this. So these are the two curves. The region bounded by these two curves, that is r1 is phi of theta and another one is r2 is psi of theta. These are two curves. And the radii vectors will be theta 1 is alpha and theta 2 is beta. These are radii vectors. Here we can take a strip. According to this strip, the limits of r1 is phi of theta and r2 is psi of theta. And the radii vectors limits rotating like this, that is theta 1 is alpha to theta 2 is beta. So just we have to take the integration, that is a double integration. Inner integral is resolved. The resulting expression is integrated with respect to theta so that we can get the required double integral value in polar coordinates. So here these two are polar curves and these two are radii vectors. Problem: evaluate integral 0 to pi, integral 2 sine theta to 4 sine theta or dr d theta. So given problem is in polar system. It is the problem related to double integral. Here we have to apply integration first with respect to r and then theta. Solution: given integral, let it be I. While integrating with respect to r, we have to keep theta as constant. But in the integrand function, there is no theta terms. But r integration is r square by 2. Substituting upper limit as 4 sine theta and then lower limit as 2 sine theta. That is 16 sine square theta by 2 minus 4 sine square theta by 2. Upper limit minus lower limit. Simplifying, 16 sine square theta minus 4 sine square theta. 12 sine square theta by 2 is 6 sine square theta. Taking out 6 as constant and sine square theta can be written as 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. Taking out half, 6 by 2 is 3. Applying integration, single integration. Clearly the double integration is reduces as a single integration. Integration for 1 with respect to theta is theta. Cos 2 theta integration is sin 2 theta by 2. Substituting upper limit and then lower limit as 0. So we will have sin 0, 0. Sin pi, sin 2 pi, sin 3 pi, sin n pi is 0. So sin 2 pi is also 0. So simplifying, that is a 3 into pi is 3 pi is the required result. Another problem: evaluate integral 0 to pi by 2, integral 0 to a cos theta, or root of a square minus r square dr d theta. Solution, given integral I. Here we have to apply integration first with respect to r and then theta. But while integrating with respect to r, we have to keep theta terms as constant. But in the integrand, there is no theta term to keep it as constant. So here we will have a square minus r square whole power 1 by 2. But what is the derivative of a square minus r square? Minus 2r. But there is only r here. Just we have to multiply with minus 2 and divide with minus 2. So that we will have a known formula, that is integral of f of x whole power n into f dash of x dx is f of x whole power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So multiplying with minus 2 and dividing with minus 2. So minus half into a square minus r square whole to the power of 1 by 2 plus 1. So 1 by 2 plus 1 is 3 by 2 whole by 1 by 2 plus 1, 3 by 2 into d theta. Now we have to substitute upper limit as a cos theta and then lower limit as 0. Substituting upper limit as a cos theta and substituting lower limit as 0. A square minus 0 square is a square. And we have to take out the constant, clearly 2 to get cancelled here, minus 1 by 3, which is taken outside of the integrand. Now taking out a square as common, but we will have 1 minus cos square theta. But what is 1 minus cos square theta? Sin square theta. Sin square theta whole power 3 by 2 is sin cube theta. So a square as common, that is a sin cube theta. Now taking a cube as common, minus a cube by 3. On simplifying, we will get 2 by 3 minus pi by 2, because sin cube theta means integral 0 to pi by 2 sin cube theta. Using the formula, integral 0 to pi by 2 sin for n theta d theta is n minus 1 by n into n minus 3 by n minus 2 into n minus 5 by n minus 4 and so on into 2 by 3 into 1 whenever n is odd. Here clearly n is odd here. So using the formula, definite integral formula, we will get 2 by 3 as result of the first integrand. The second integral result will be integral 1 d theta is theta, substituting upper limit as pi by 2 and then lower limit as 0. So we'll get pi by 2 as second result. Second term result is pi by 2. On simplifying, taking the LCM, it is the required result. So easily, just we have to apply integration first with respect to r and then theta. We have to know about the formulas, that is integral of f of x whole power n into f dash of x dx is f of x whole power n plus 1 by n plus 1, where f of x is a square minus r square, n is 1 by 2 and f dash of x is negative 2r. So using the formula, substituting upper limit, lower limit, double integration is clearly becomes a single integration. Evaluating the single integration, we can get the result as constant. Next concept, change of variables in double integrals working rule. Many of the double integrals can be easily evaluated by using change of Cartesian coordinates into polar coordinates. To evaluate the double integrals in Cartesian coordinates, it can be easily evaluated by use of change of variables. Hence, we have to replace x is r cos theta, y is r sin theta, and dx dy will be r dr d theta. These two equations are known as transformation equations. To transform the Cartesian coordinates xy's into polar coordinates r theta, we must replace x is r cos theta and y is r sin theta, and dx dy will be r dr d theta. where R is known as Jacobian's coefficient, which is obtained from J is dou of xy by dou of r theta is the determinant value, that is dou x by dou r, dou x by dou theta, dou y by dou r, dou y by dou theta. Computing this determinant, we will get the result as r. So it is the value of Jacobians. Here we have to use the Jacobian's quotient, that is r, small r. So that we will have dx dy is r dr d theta. So don't forget, students, these are the transformation equations and this will be the value of dx dy. The transformation equations are x is r cos theta, y is r sin theta, and dx dy will be r dr d theta. So to change the Cartesian coordinates xy into polar coordinates r theta, we have to use these conditions or these equations. Problem: by changing into polar coordinates, show that integral 0 to infinity, integral 0 to infinity e to the power of minus of x square plus y square dx dy is pi by 4. So we have to use change of variables because we have to convert it into polar coordinates. Let us transform the integral polar coordinates by taking x is r cos theta, y is r sin theta, and dx dy is r dr d theta or r d theta dr. Given integral, applying integration with respect to r, that r square derivative is 2r, just multiply with 2 and divide with 2. R square d of r square is 2r. Derivative of r square is 2r. But what is the derivative of minus r square? Minus 2r. So that the result will be minus 1 by 2. Clearly the derivative is beside here. So this single integration, inner integral result will be e power minus r square, limits are 0 to infinity. Now we have to substitute upper limit as infinity, but e power minus infinity value is 0, because e power minus infinity can be written as 1 by e power infinity. E power infinity is infinity, but 1 by infinity is 0. So that e power minus infinity square value is 0. And then substituting lower limit is 0, e power minus 0. But e power minus 0 is e power 0, e power 0 value is 1. So double integration now clearly becomes single integration. Now we have to apply integration with respect to theta. So negative into negative is positive, minus into minus plus. Integral 1 d theta is theta, limits 0 to pi by 2. First we have to substitute upper limit as pi by 2 and then lower limit 0. That is 1 by 2 into pi by 2 minus 0, which is equal to pi by 4. It is the required result. So simply we can resolve the given double integral by changing into polar coordinates. Hence we have to replace the equations, that is x is r cos theta, y is r sin theta, and dx dy. So dx dy is replaced with r d theta dr. Let us see another example. By changing into polar coordinates, evaluate the double integral where r is the region in the xy plane bounded by x square plus y square equal to 4 and x square plus y square equal to 9. So bounded region is xy plane and two circles. Solution: given sum, let it be I. We shall evaluate this by changing into polar coordinate by use of transformation equations. Those are x is r cos theta and y is r sin theta. And order dx dy is replaced with r dr d theta. So that the integrand function becomes root of r square is r. Square root get cancelled, so we will have r. The rough sketch of the region is like this. So these are the two circles. The first circle having radius 2 units and the second circle having radius 3 units. So clearly we can take a radii vectors here in between two circles. We can take a strip which moves or rotating in anti-clockwise direction. According to strip, so we will have theta limits. So theta it is rotating from initial line, that is the x-axis, that is theta equal to 0, and rotating 360 degrees, that is a 2 pi. Thus the limits of theta are obtained. Theta limits are 0 to 2 pi, and r limits, radius limits from bounded by these two circles, so that we have to take only this region. In this region r varies from 2 to 3. 2 is the first circle radius, 3 is the radius of another circle, second circle. So r moves on from 2 to 3 and theta moves from 0 to 2 pi. Using these limits, we can evaluate the double integral easily. That is, given integral dx dy is replaced with r dr d theta, r square. First we have to apply integration with respect to r, and then theta. R limits from 2 to 3. But what is the integration from r square? R cube by 3. Substituting upper limit as 3 and then lower limit as 2. Simplifying. Now we have to apply the integration with respect to theta. Clearly double integration is now becomes single integration. But what is the integration for d theta? Theta limits 0 to 2 pi. Substituting upper limit 2 pi. Now we can simplify, or multiplying we will get 38 pi by 3. 19 twos, 38 pi by 3 is the required result. So easily we can obtain by changing Cartesian coordinates into polar coordinates. Don't forget the transformation equations. Once again, the transformation equations are x is r cos theta, y is r sin theta, and dx dy is r dr d theta. So polar coordinates or Cartesian system, the answer is 38 by 3. If we evaluate it directly in Cartesian system, then also we will get the result, same result, 38 by 3, 38 pi by 3. Another example, by changing into polar coordinates, evaluate integral 0 to 2, integral 0 to root of 2x minus x square, x dx dy by x square plus y square. Now we have to evaluate this double integral, which is in Cartesian system, but it can be evaluated by using polar coordinates. That means by changing into polar coordinates, we have to get the result of this double integral. Solution, given integral, let it be I. The region of integration bounded by x equal to 0, x equal to 2. Inner integral limits are related to y, that is y equal to 0 and y equal to root of 2x minus x square. X equal to 0 means y axis, x equal to 2 line means parallel to y axis, y equal to 0 means x axis, y equal to root of 2x minus x square. That means squaring on both sides. So we'll get y square is a 2x minus x square, negative x square. If it comes to left hand side, it will be positive x square, positive 2x. If it comes to left hand side, it will be negative 2x. Thus the equation becomes x square plus y square minus 2x equal to 0, which represents a circle. So it is the rough sketch of the diagram in Cartesian system, and it will be the diagram in polar system. So clearly here the circle In Cartesian system is y equal to root of 2x minus x square. In polar system, the circle equation is r equal to 2 cos theta. Here we have to take a strip. Here the radii vectors are assumed in the region. So clearly theta varies as 0 to pi by 2 for the upper half of the circle, and radii vector limits are 4 point. From 4 point we will have r is 0 to the circle. We will have r is 2 cos theta. The lower limit of r is 0 here, and the upper limit of r is 2 cos theta. And for the upper half of the circle, clearly theta is rotated as theta equal to 0 to theta equal to pi by 2. So theta varies from 0 to pi by 2 and r varies from 0 to 2 cos theta. Using these limits, we can evaluate the given double integral easily. That is, we are changing into polar coordinates. So replacing all the values, now the polar coordinates circle equation is like this, that is a 2 cos theta, because x is r cos theta, y is r sin theta, and dx dy is r dr d theta. Now r limits are 0 to 2 cos theta and theta limits are 0 to pi by 2. So it is about polar curve region. R 0 to 2 cos theta, theta limits 0 to initial line to pole line 0 to pi by 2. Given sum becomes, substituting all the values, x r cos theta, y r sin theta, dx dy r dr d theta, and using the limits of r theta. Now we have to integrate, apply first with respect to r and then theta. So clearly here r square get cancelled. Now applying integration with respect to r, keep theta as constant, cos theta is constant. Integration for 1 with respect to r is r, limits 0 to 2 cos theta. Putting upper limit and then lower limit is 0. So we will have 2 cos theta into cos theta, 2 cos square theta. Taking out the constant, or 2 cos square theta can be written as 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2, or directly we can write 2 cos square theta as 1 plus cos 2 theta. Now integrating, so clearly 2 here get cancelled. 1 integration with respect to theta is theta. Cos 2 theta integration is sin 2 theta by 2. Substituting upper limit as pi by 2 and then lower limit as 0. So substituting upper limit pi by 2, we will have sin 2 into pi by 2 is sin pi. But sin pi value is 0. And clearly we will have sin 0 value 0 while substituting lower limit as 0. So thus we will have result is pi by 2. So simply we can obtain the result of the given double integral, which is in Cartesian system, but by changing into polar system we can evaluate the double integral problem easily. So it is the main use of change of variables. By changing into polar system we can evaluate the double integral or triple integral problems very easily. Another example, evaluate the integral by transforming into polar coordinates. For transformation of coordinates, we take x is r cos theta, y is r sin theta, and dx dy is r dr d theta. Now we have to obtain the limits for r theta. For this we have to draw the rough sketch. So it is the rough sketch of the region. Clearly here x limits as y square by 4a to y, x equal to y square by 4a. That means y square equal to 4ax is a parabola passing through origin, and x equal to y, that is a line passing through origin. Y equal to 0 is x-axis, y equal to 4a line which is parallel to x-axis. intersection point with curve and line x equal to y is 4a comma 4a. It is the rough sketch of the region, and dotted region is a bounded region which is bounded with line x equal to y and the parabola y square equal to 4ax. Say a small x is missing, y square equal to 4ax and the line y equal to x. So it is the dotted region which is the required closed region. In this region we have to take r theta limits. For this we have to replace these equations in the given curve. The given curve is y square equal to 4ax, replacing the values x as r cos theta and y as r sin theta. So simplifying, clearly r get cancelled here, which implies r is 4a cos theta by sin square theta. So it is the highest value of r. From the pole point we will have radius value is 0, that is r equal to 0. And about the curve, that is at the point P here. So at this point P, R value occurs, the max value, that is R value is 4a cos theta by sin square theta. So it is the upper limit of R. Thus R varies from 0 to 4a cos theta by sin square theta. And this, in this closed region, the radii vector moves from theta equal to pi by 4 to theta equal to pi by 2. So these about it is about the limits of r theta. R varies as 0 to 4a cos theta by sin square theta, and theta moves as pi by 4 to pi by 2. We have to consider only closed region where the strip lies in according to the Cartesian system. In that Cartesian system, the closed region, we have to assume the radii vectors so that we can clearly write r theta limits. R moves as 0 from pole point to r highest value is about the point P. So just assume a radii vector, that is OP. At the point O, r is 0. At the point P, r is highest value, that is 4a cos theta by sin square theta. In this closed region, theta moves as pi by 4 because y equal to x means r cos theta equal to r sin theta. R get cancelled, cos theta equal to sin theta, which implies theta is pi by 4. So theta moves as pi by 4 to pi by 2. So these are the r limits, and theta varies as pi by 4 to pi by 2. Therefore, on transformation, the integral becomes like this. And then simplifying, while integrating with respect to r, we have to keep theta as constant. Cos square theta minus sin square theta, we have cos 2 theta. So cos 2 theta is kept as constant. R integration is r square by 2. Clearly here r square get cancelled. R integration with respect to r is r square by 2. Substituting upper limit as 4a cos theta by sin square theta and then lower limit as 0. So we get like this. Clearly the double integration sum is now becomes single integration. Now evaluating the single integration and simplifying in few steps. So we will have cot square theta into cosecant square theta minus 2 cosecant square theta plus 2 into d theta. Now evaluating this integral. So single integration, but we know that integral cosecant square theta d theta is a minus cot theta. Already we have minus here, that is a plus 2 into cot theta. For last term, the integration is a 2 constant. Integral 1 d theta is theta. Limits pi by 4 to pi by 2. Putting cot theta equal to 2t. So that differentiating on both sides, minus cosecant square theta d theta is dt, and changing the limits also. So these are the limits for theta, that is pi by 4. Pi by 4, cot pi by 4 is t, but cot pi by 4 value is 1, so t value is 1. Upper limit is pi by 2 when theta equal to pi by 2 cot pi by 2, but cot pi by 2 value is 0. So for integral, first integral, t varies as 1 to 0. So substituting the upper limit as 0 and the lower limit as 1, simplifying, minus t square, integration is minus t cube by 3. On simplification, so we'll get 8a square into pi by 2 minus pi by 3 as result, that is constant. So easily we can obtain here the double integration by changing into polar coordinates. Don't forget, x is r cos theta, y is r sin theta, and dx dy is r dr d theta. And we have to take r theta limits according to the region. So simply we can obtain. So here don't forget, integration for cot theta is minus cosecant square theta. Integration for cosecant square theta is minus cot theta. For any queries, doubts, please contact. Thank you.